Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a fat tire. Well, obviously it's different now. If you guys don't know, this was originally an amber kind of style ale. Now they've redone it to call it a high quality, low impact beer. Okay, so it's pretty much a blonde ale. I actually didn't even look at the stats on this guy, and I believe they've actually reproduced this, and I saw it in smaller markets or different markets, like Chicago got like the original to celebrate the beer. But and I actually did a video of this when I was able to find it right during the transition, which is really cool. Like, as fresh as I could as the last batch and then the newest batch I could find. But yeah, this is the golden guy. So, wait, what? They didn't go back, right? No, they didn't go back. So the beer is actually not that light. Now I'm getting confused. The beer is honestly a solid, like, medium to deep gold color. Yeah. Medium gold, I'd say. Yeah, not even pale. Yeah. Medium gold color. Wonderful, like, white head on that. A little bit of, like, light kind of, like, toastiness. A little bit of, like, kind of like the toasted character of, like, pistachio or almond or peanut skin, right? That light toasty character. Pale grape malt. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it's like super like so up front it's a little bit sweet. What is that? A nice full malt character. Yeah, there's a full maltiness to this beer. There's a nice maltiness of like lightly toasted bread, a little bit of that kind of like light nuttiness I was talking about, and then like this kind of like, dare I say, kind of like there's a little bit of ester in here. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like cherry, apple ester in here. And then it honestly like dries out a little bit with that kind of like like a macro beer has that kind of like flavor of the head, like of the beer, like maybe not, but it's a full malt beer without a lot of like expression. Light, delicious, a little bit fruity ester character. Yeah, it's like a light, but like this is not right. Now it's got me mad confused. Like this beer was definitely darker. This was like a red beer. Okay, so they made it like, I guess I forget. They didn't make it a instead of an amber beer, they turned it into like a deep gold, medium gold beer. It is some kind of blonde ale to do. How can I analogize this for you guys? Again, that weird thing on the back end, it does have a macro-ish kind of flavor to it. I don't know how they sneak it in. I'm curious, like, what about the fermentation profile makes it seem like a more accessible beer. Like, it just reminds me, like, in general, it's a full malt beer, but, like, it reminds me a little bit of, like, a macro beer. Hey, man. It's a beer. I like the creamy mouthfeel, too. The head and the mouthfeel are quite nice. Again, I was never like the biggest like fat tire guy. I'm sure some people are like big fans of it. Definitely a different beer. This is definitely screaming to the masses. It's a fine beer. I mean, I drink this a million times over like a macro lager. It's not even close. Like this beer, way more flavor than that. And the beer is 5.2. Yeah, 5.2 red round Budweiser, full strength ABV, but it's fine. It's a solid C-ish kind of beer. 75. This is straight right down the road. Simple, easy. The closest beer I had to this kind of like goal to make something accessible and delicious was Firestone Walker 805 when I was in California. That beer definitely drank more macro-ish. So this beer is a little bit more crafty for sure. Do I need to get a high rating for that? I don't know. It's fine. 75. It's how about this? If you're looking for somewhere in between that, right? Like, hey, this is somewhere where, macro beer is one part. Craft beer, craft pills and Helles, whatever. And then there's like some game where like some craft breweries and like making beer, so like, oh, sort of macro-ish. I think of Firestone Walker 805 and New Glarus Spotted Cow. This is pushing in the middle of that. So it's like somewhere in the middle. Whether that's enjoyable to you, cheers, later.